light rails. You will have smart living programs in a lot of aspects in life, like even if you see the transport facilities, everything can be accessed in apps. I mean, of course, Uber is there everywhere now, but you can even monitor when the tram is going to come, when the bus is going to come. So everything is actually a smart technology base. So that's why it's actually a smart city also, and it has been awarded as the Metropolitan Smart City for the year 2019. And also, Newcastle is one of the safest city in New South Wales, in Australia itself. And I can actually go on and talk about more, but I actually wanted to go on to the main presentation, which is about the university. So I'll just skip this part. Like I mentioned, we are smart technology-based city, but we also have other very good services. We have a Newcastle airport also, so it's not like students will have to just take, take just a flight to Sydney. They will actually can take a connecting flight to Newcastle also. It's just 45 minutes from Sydney. So it's not like a student can actually get down at Sydney and then take a bus or train to Newcastle. So Newcastle is very well connected as well. From anywhere in the world, you can actually go to Sydney, Brisbane, or Melbourne, and then take a connecting flight to Newcastle. So whichever way possible for you, that's totally accessible in Newcastle. Just to give an idea about where exactly we are present. So we are in New South Wales, like I mentioned. We are very close to Sydney. It's just like 2.5 hours away from Sydney. And our campuses, if you see on your left-hand side, so these are the places that we have campuses. So one in Sydney, one in Central Coast, and other two in Newcastle. But by the end of this year, we will have one more campus in Newcastle itself. So we are currently having our honeysuckle city campus being built. So it's going to be like totally 5 campuses in New South Wales that we are going to have. Okay. Just wanted to give an idea about how living in Newcastle is going to be. So usually students, right, when they think about study abroad, they actually compare with US, UK, Canada, and Australia. So Australia is a very warm climate. Like it's a very subtle climate. Like it's not going to be way cold or way hot. So it's going to be in the medium temperature, and this is how it will be. So the minimum, if you see, is going to be 18 degrees Celsius, and the maximum will be like 22 degrees Celsius or 26. So it's a very warm climate, and students do not need to take like very huge precautions before actually they come on to Australia. So that's a very warm, welcoming climate that one can actually enjoy in Newcastle and also in Australia. Okay, so we are a regional city. So when I say regional city, there's going to be a very good opportunity for students to spend very little. So the living expense in Newcastle is going to be way affordable. If you compare it with Sydney, Melbourne, or Brisbane, so I'm just comparing here like food, housing, clothes, and that's how it actually compares with Newcastle. So if you just compare the accommodation, it's going to be 63% expensive in Sydney, 11% expensive in Melbourne, and around 2% expensive in Brisbane. So Newcastle is kind of an affordable living environment that students get to enjoy when they go and choose Newcastle. Okay, that's a bit about Newcastle. Coming on to University of Newcastle itself. So we are currently one of the top 200 globally ranked universities, and just our numbers in glance, we totally have 3 colleges. All of our disciplines will basically fall under these 3 colleges. And we also have very good mix of international students. So we have roughly around 7,400 students. You can see around 38,000 students approximately, and 7,400 is what the international student strength is, but it is increasing each and every year because we are receiving a lot of international students. The word is being spread, and a lot of students choosing University of Newcastle recently. So there's a very good Sri Lankan community as well on campus, and I can actually show you a bit of that later. Um, okay, so like I mentioned, we are one of the top 200 globally ranked university. Um, these are our subject rankings. So if you see in the top 150s in the world, we have automation and control engineering, we have mineral and mining engineering, we have nursing and sports science. Similarly, if you see like in the top hundreds in the world, we have civil and structural engineering, hospitality and tourism management. Also in the top 150s, we have our medicine program, sociology, sports related subjects. We also have our education and business administration related programs. So rest of the other courses, the majority of the courses fall in the top 200s, and that's um, how we are ranked in the top 200s in the world. Okay, coming on to campuses. This is our Callaghan campus, not I mean, this is like a very huge campus, so it's not like a fully, how to say, it's not a fully city center campus, I would say. But then we also have a campus presence in our city center. That's like Newcastle City Campus. But the Callaghan campus houses a huge built area that will also have like the hostel facilities, lab facilities, sporting facilities. Everything is available in our Callaghan campus itself. This is our Newcastle City campus. So the city campus is a landmark campus. It's very much in the center, and it's a $95 million landmark campus. If a student is staying in Newcastle, Callaghan, the student can actually come to the city campus by taking a shuttle bus. So we are actually operating a free shuttle bus service that will take the student from Callaghan to Newcastle City. So they don't actually need to take an external transportation to come to the campus. So that's how connected it is. So not much transportation cost if in case the student will have to go between Newcastle City as well as the Callaghan side. So that's about the city campus. So the Central Coast campus is like where I actually showed you. It's basically in between Sydney and Callaghan. So it's basically between Sydney and Newcastle. Yeah. So it's like roughly 1 hour from each other. So 1 hour from Sydney, 1.5 hour from Newcastle. So Central Coast campus also offers students up to 4 years of post-study work rights, and Newcastle campuses offers up to 3 years of post-study work right, like the stay back option for the students. So that's quite an advantageous thing when a student compares a study in Sydney and studying in a regional area. And this Central Coast campus is quite a remote campus, and that's why it actually has got the regional ability of like the 4 years post study work rights. And this campus is very well connected with the local industries in the community. So especially for like sports related studies, studies in the undergraduate programs like business or any of our science related programs, students actually get to choose the Central Coast campus. So that's Central Coast. And we have our Sydney campus also. Our Sydney city campus is present in the central CBD of Sydney, Queensland. So if you see, our Sydney campus usually will have the IT programs. It will also have the data science program. So it is basically present in the hub. So surrounded by a lot of multinational companies, IT companies. So it's a very good campus that usually students who are going for masters to IT, professional accounting, or data science can actually make use of, because this campus is also very well connected with a lot of companies in and around the area. The Honeysuckle City campus is the campus that I told like it's currently being built, and by the end of 2021, this campus will also be in place. And this campus is basically for arts and creative industries related students. So our creative arts industry in Newcastle is quite huge, and the campus is basically dedicated for the Newcastle art and creative industry there. Okay, just to give you an idea of how our career ready graduates are getting placed. So if you see our UG students, around 95%, 90 to 95% of them are getting placed within 4 months after they graduate. But if you see our postgraduate employment, it's more than 95%. So even this is like um, before they graduate or within 4 months after they graduate. So that's quite a good employment opportunity the students get when they actually come out of the campus, because we actually have very good connections in Newcastle and also nationally and internationally. All our professors are very well connected with the global community and also the industries in their particular discipline. Um, and also, we are #1 in Australia for strong industry collaboration, and that is being there for like quite a while now. We are being in this line in this state for like um, from 2017 or so. So we have a very strong connection with the local community, industries, and the companies in Newcastle. Study areas. So if you see, there are a lot of study areas that we have. We have architecture, construction and building. We have arts, humanities, and social sciences. We also have business and management, communication and creative industries. We have computing, maths and technology, education, engineering, health and medicine, law, and then science and environment. There are a lot of programs, a different variety of programs are available. But in order to have a full list, I would advise you to take or go onto the website and find the list, because it's like quite a huge variety of courses that we have, not actually easy to put in the slides. Okay, I have a video here. So this is basically to show you like how Newcastle is for different industries. This is basically put out by Out of the Square. So that's basically a community provider, which is basically in Newcastle itself. They have actually developed this video to show how good Newcastle is for different sectors and how it is being um, professionally established. So I'm just going to play this video. I hope the audio plays as well. Let's see. that is basically, sorry, that's basically a gist of what Newcastle is and how the sectors in Newcastle are blooming. We are very good at electrical and electronics. We are very good at mechanical. We have very strong industry for energy, aviation, and also sustainable development related manufacturing processes. And recently, University of Newcastle by United Nations, we have got number one place for having strong collaborations for sustainable development projects. So that's basically about the sectors. But if in case you do have any questions about the sectors or about the different industries that are in Newcastle, or the different programs that we have associated with these type of industries, please do let me know, and I can actually help you to clarify. So the slide that you're seeing here is basically the entry requirements. So usually for our degree programs like the bachelor's degree, we actually accept the EdXL A-levels, Sri Lankan A-levels, and in some cases we also accept the foundation diploma, higher national diploma for the entry into the degree programs for the bachelor's. We also have foundation studies through University of Newcastle College of International Education. That's through Kaplan, but we have separate requirements for that. There's separate application process, but these are like the entry requirements. So even if you are a student from O level, you can actually get in for the foundation studies, which will be just like 8 months. And then once you finish that, you can actually go on directly to the bachelor's. Similarly, we have foundation studies in medicine. That is for students who would like to go for any medical related courses per se, nursing, medicine itself, like the Doctor of Medicine program, or any other courses like biomedical radiation or podiatry or oral health therapy, any medical related courses. We also have degree transfer extended programs. So that will have separate entry requirements like you see here. But if in case you would like to know about your particular, if you have a different background than what is given here, then we can actually assess you on individual case-to-case basis and then let you know on your eligibility to enter into the program. So this is how we basically calculate the Sri Lankan GCA levels. So if you see, we actually take aggregate of the best 3 subjects. So we actually grade as A is equal to 4 and so on. And then if there are like less than 3 passes or present, the qualification is deemed like not accessible, meaning not possible to get into the program. Sometimes we may use a 4th grade also to boost the average from the 3 A grades that have been achieved. Okay, coming to the scholarships. So a lot of students look for scholarships for abroad studies, and we do have good number of scholarships as well, especially if you see our Global Leader Scholarship. We have around 10,000 Australian dollars, and if a student get this 10,000 Australian dollars and study this for like up to 4 terms, they will also get an additional 2,500 Australian dollars for their studies. So it's going to be like totally 12,500 Australian dollars if they go for business or law related programs. We also have some scholarships for engineering related programs. So if a student who is not falling into any of the scholarship that I just mentioned, we give them discounts, like online discounts, especially for students going for online intakes, because as the borders are still closed, the programs are undergoing or the programs actually going on online. So students will get this fee waiver up to 20% when we choose online modules to start with. So students who are starting online for the July intake, they can actually make use of the tuition fee waiver. So that's pretty much about scholarships. Okay, I also wanted to give an idea of work integrated learning opportunity because some students always ask about what type of jobs do I get. This is an example. Of course, students can get full-time job opportunities. We have career services for that. We also have part-time jobs that are available on campus itself. But this is something called work integrated learning. So students, when they even study, during the study period itself, they will be able to have a hands-on work placement experience. So this will be through internships. This could be through a clinical placement. This could be also through how to say, it's a work integrated learning opportunity, but students, it's kind of an internship, but it is like within your program itself. You will not be having any financial benefits, but it will help you to understand the work environment better. So it's a compulsory part of the program for most of the bachelor students. It is like compulsory work placement that is attached within the program for like 2 months or 4 months. So it totally depends on what program they choose. Um, Roughly each and every year, we are currently offering around 23,000 plus work integrated learning experiences for each and every student. The students, they do not need to worry too much about I mean, going as a fresher to a work environment, because students will have a very good hands-on even before they graduate about how their work environment is going to be. There are a lot of students who actually go for internship and then actually I mean, extend the same opportunity through by pursuing a job role with the same company. So those are like a lot of instances that actually happens on campus or on in different companies um, with our students. Okay, just to give you an idea of accommodation, so we totally have 9 different residences present in our Lankan campus. This is for students from different countries who would like to stay in our campus itself. But even if the students would like to stay outside the campus, we can still help them with that. Okay, this is an idea about what are the different sporting facilities that are available. So we have a different range of state-of-the-art sport and recreation facilities. So we have fully equipped gym, we have indoor heated pool, we have squash courts, rock climbing, and also other different facilities that are available for sporting and different extracurriculars. Okay, other support and services that are available are student information hubs. We have student mentors who are like current students themselves who would like to usually mentor the new incoming students. So each and every student, we have something called buddy system where new students will be um, kind of attached with a current student studying on campus. So that student will be helping the student from the incubation period until they go on and then settle well inside the university. We also have free legal advice that is through our Faculty of Business and Law, the School of Business and Law. We have chaplaincy services, state-of-the-art libraries, and other facilities like health and welfare advisors on campus all the time, like 24 into 7. So students, they actually do not need to go outside the campus if they have any um, emergency on campus. Okay, these are like other facilities that are available on campus, like campus life. Um, like I mentioned, everything is inside campus, like students don't actually need to go outside the campus itself. Okay, so this is something important. So students, when they go from different cultural background, they always want to get connected with their own community on campus. And we have a lot of different diverse background of students on campus. We have students from India, Sri Lanka, Vietnam, China. There are a lot of different nationalities on campus, and they have their own student association. So we also have Newcastle University Sri Lankan Student Association, and these are some pictures. So students usually get together during some national festival day and then just celebrate their community well-being on campus. So that usually happens from time to time. You just need to register yourself or enroll yourself in the particular association, and you will be always whenever such activities are going on. You can involve yourself, volunteer yourself to participate in activities. So that's very much available on campus for Sri Lankan students. Okay, coming to the important part, the border and COVID updates. As you might all know, recently we've got the federal government's approval for the plan, the pilot plan for 250 students to return per fortnight. So that's currently in place, but also letting you know that recently Sydney has got a COVID outbreak. So Sydney is currently under lockdown until next week, Friday. So, but that doesn't seem to affect the plan that is currently being approved by the federal government. Um, and also just to give an example, because the Sydney outbreak is quite a concern to some students, but then Australia has been like um, it has been very good for the past 2 years, I would say, in controlling the pandemic. So wherever there's an outbreak, yes, there's an outbreak, but then it's not like much if you compare it with other countries or any other places, right? So we recently also got by um, the national publishing that New Zealand and Australian cities are currently in the best cities to live after the pandemic. So um, the situation right now in Sydney, it will be soon under control and students will be able to travel soon to Australia. So the plan is already in place for the international students to return eventually. Um, so yeah, the first batch will soon be started. That's pretty much it. You can always connect with us in any of the more possible, like we are available in Facebook, Instagram. We also are in, yeah. So that's basically the medium, but you can actually reach out to Gateway Abroad Sri Lanka, and also you can reach out to me. You can also get into the website or just scan this QR code and then get in touch with any of the student advisors on shore. So that's pretty much it. If you do have any questions, I'm happy to answer. Are there any questions?
So far, there's none at the moment. If you have any, you can write to us on that. Monisha, just to get a few idea about the current situation, because most of the time, even you might have faced the student asking when the borders are going to open. Can I start my classes after the borders are open? So for students who are thinking to wait till the borders open, what will be your advice? Or is it going to be better to start online now and plan later on to fly to Australia?
Right. That's a very good question because there are some students usually ask about this. So if you see, there are some benefits when you take online programs. So let me list that out for you. So the one that I mentioned to you about the online tuition fee waiver or the discount, that is only available for online going students. This usually doesn't happen in a normal scenario. When you get scholarship, you go with the scholarship. If you don't have any scholarship, you pay the full tuition fee, right? But in this scenario, we are offering a flexibility. So if a student doesn't have any scholarship, they can actually go with the online tuition fee discount. So that's a very good benefit for the students. And another thing with the online is we do understand students face difficulties doing online programs. So some students may not have good internet. Some students may not be able to get along well with their peers. They might be a bit of an introvert person. It will be very difficult for them to get along in an online environment, right? And if in case they are not able to pass certain subjects, we are giving a flexibility where students can actually retake the exam without any financial penalty. So they can actually take it once they go on campus, or just take it if they are comfortable while they are here as well. So that's totally flexible. The other thing that we have is that student can start with just one module. Since they are studying online, if in case the student is in like a remote place where they don't have some proper internet, it's better to just take one module. And this is not actually allowed for you when you go on shore. and study in a full-time mode. Like you will have to take like full 4 modules in a semester. But we are actually allowing at the moment in the online mode to take just 1 module to start the program. And we also have reduced deposit requirement, which is just 5,000 Australian dollars to start with. And that's a great benefit for the students to work on their loan processing if they're pending with certain things, right? So these are a lot of benefits for the students who are looking for online as an option. Um, and not to mention, when they do online, they also save on living costs, right? So if they are in their own country doing online, they're not going to spend anything on the living costs. If they're studying for a semester, they actually save a semester living expense that they will usually be spending in Australia. So from what I see from all these benefits, I would advise students to go for online program, and once the borders are open, which is not very far, so students can actually continue once the borders are open onshore. So yeah, better to actually go for the online mode, because even previously there was this issue where students were quite concerned about whether the post-study work rights or the stay back will apply or not if they do the online program. But DHA has confirmed as long as they have the visa in place, they will get the post-study work rights even if they do the online studies. So yeah, I mean the benefits, all the benefits that usually for a student when they go for Australia is still there with the online mode also. So yeah, that's my answer basically for your question, and I think that goes well also for the students who are deciding between online and the onshore mode.
Actually, you answered the second question, Monisha, is about how does the post-study work visa going to be after online? So that has been already answered. One of the question might be is that, okay, if a student, for example, a bachelor student start 1 module at a time, that means his or her degree might get extended furthermore. Will that be a problem for the visa?
That will not be a problem for visa. For visa, it is usually, um, when you mean visa, it's basically like if you're talking about the education visa, you can, of course, the extension is usually allowed for students who are not able to finish in the required period. So on the grounds of like difficulties like this, like the COVID situation, this difficulties will be allowed by the DHA, and the extension could be allowed. So that's not a problem for the students. If you're asking about the post-study work rights, that will not get affected because usually students need to study like minimum 2 years to get the post-study work rights. And if they're going to extend, it's actually addition of a half a more year. So it will not actually affect the post-study work right visa also. So yeah, students don't need to worry about the visa at all, because that is a bit settled. Because I've been seeing some students who would like to take leave of absence in between their studies, like since they are not able to cope with their studies sometimes. So what they do is that they just take leave of absence, and our professors and student advisors, they are actually um, helping and supporting them a lot to actually approving the leave of absence. So universities being way supportive of this process. So students who are stuck in COVID, there are a lot of different activities going on where the student will be um, constantly in touch with one of the professors or supervisors or student advisors. So that usually helps the student to cope up with the studies well. But even if they face any difficulties, we will be stepping in and then helping the student with whatever we need to do for the student to actually make things smoother. So university will always be supporting the students in any difficulties when they are actually doing the online modules.
Okay, we have one question. It's about how about the master's opportunities, especially in the IT field, and average cost per year.
Okay, average cost per year, if it is MIT program, it's roughly around 40,000 approximately. Um, yeah, you can say 42,000. Yeah, better to check on the website because the fees Totally depends on the indicative fees mentioned in the website for this year. And if it is next year, there might be a slight increase, but not much. So like $1,000 or something. So from what I know, it's roughly around 42,000 approximately per year. But like I mentioned, there are scholarships available. We also have like discounts available for the students. But if you compare it with other universities, we are in the median range. Like we are not very expensive, but we are also not like very less expensive. So we are in the median range. Um, Opportunities are actually very good because if you see the IT program, we have data analytics as one of its major. We also have management information systems. So these are like very good fields right now for IT related students. We also have Master of Cybersecurity, and we have a global leader in the field. His name is Professor Vijay Vadarajan. He is basically handling the cybersecurity department. This has like the world-class facilities that you need to have for any cybersecurity related professional. So it's a very good program to look out for. Some students might not know about the cybersecurity, so I would advise to just do a bit of research about what exactly it is, what we are doing, what our labs are currently doing, what our students are doing. It's all there in the website itself. Just do a bit of research on that, and then they would be very much interested to actually take on the program. But MIT is also a good one. Like I mentioned, we have business analytics that is also in very much demand right now. Like data analytics is a field that a lot of students are looking into. So that's also a very good option to go for. So we have two options for IT related students in the master's, cybersecurity and IT. And both are like very good, have very good opportunities once they graduate. Not just in Newcastle, anywhere else in the world. We are also um, authorized by or professionally accredited by Australian Computer Society, and that actually basically means students get the professional recognition as well wherever they go.
So I think that question been answered really well. And Monisha, just one more thing. If a student just want to apply now, I know we are almost near the intakes are like the deadlines are almost there. Can they apply now for any program?
That's a very good question. Yes, students can apply, but please apply like right away because we are almost in the end of June.
Yeah.
July 24th is when the class start date, but we do give extension for the students to actually enroll who are like enrolling late. So we do give extension, but better to always apply way in advance. So we haven't closed the application date yet. So yeah, students can still apply.
Yeah. So anyone who applied now itself and because of the current COVID situation, there might be a delay with the visa process and all, but still they can go for extension and they can start the classes, right?
Yes,
Right.
they can.
So that's about it for today. And thanks a lot, Monisha, for allocating time to meet us and have this wonderful session with us. And hope to see you soon again on another episode on our webinar. And guys, thanks a lot for joining us today. And if you have any questions, you can write to us and you can call us on 0701 070 and 070 and go to our website, the International University Hub, to get all the information. And thanks a lot, Monisha, for joining us today. Thanks.
Thank you so much for having me here, and thank you so much for also getting all this information in a very short period of time. So thank you. See you very soon.
Take care.
Yeah.